people have this idea of awakening or spirituality, that enlightenment, awakening, self-realization is something really exotic, or is some really hard state to achieve, or some special state, or something voodoo or far away from who you are. And all of that is really a myth. It's all ideas or thoughts. Awakening is the most simple and unspiritual thing that can happen to someone. That shift, all it is pointing to is that you and me are one unified being, experiencing itself as apparent separation, as thoughts, as experiences, as separate avatars. But what we really are is one being that we really can't grasp, that we can't say exactly this is what it is. We are the one space of presence, of present awareness that exists while all thought, feelings and experiences appear. And that's all it is that recognition that you are that space. And it's the most simple thing. It is the most simple thing someone can experience or realize, more simple than any ideas you've had about where you should be, where you should get to, personal development, achieving something, because it can't be thought about, and it can't be achieved. It can't be experienced in a future moment. It can only happen now. And you don't need to be spiritual to realize that, to feel that. That's not just a word. It means nothing. People awaken to this and have this shift who are just very normal people, and they don't need to be. All good. I've got a French bulldog intruding on the video. Frenchies are cool though. We have 2 Frenchies back home. You don't need to be spiritual, unspiritual, be a good person, a bad person, awake, unawake, rich, poor, educated, uneducated. This realizing is that we are already everything. We are already presence. The same presence that is there witnessing this for you now is the same presence that is witnessing it for me. And we can't describe what it is, because when we think about this analogy, say there's a screen, you're going to watch a movie, and everything that appears on the screen is all the characters, images, colors, emotions, scenes, but those all change. They all change. The scenes change, the movies change, but what stays the same is the screen the whole time. And that is always just itself. We can't really describe the screen because it appears like what has the reality is all the images, experiences, colors, emotions that are appearing on it. But that screen is always there. And when we get close to the screen, we see that the scenes, the movie, the emotions, they're all just pixels. They're all just pixels. So you are the screen that's always there. It's transparent, but it's also, when we sit in that, it's deeply peaceful, because we realize that which we are can't be touched by anything on the screen, can't be touched by any fear, any experience, anything that you're suffering from can't be that screen cannot be affected by it. It's not dismissing what we're suffering from, but when we realize that we are the screen, we are that space, we see the suffering as illusory. And that's the most important thing one can realize ever. We could also say that with the screen analogy, that we are the light that the projector is shining onto it, which appears like all the content, all the characters, but we are that light that's constantly shining. And that could happen when we appear to die. See, it's the thought, the identity, the identification, the thought of that scares people, because we identify with it. It's really just the belief, and that carries it's been made into such a heavy thing. Like, it's such a bad thing, especially in the West. Like, we don't want to talk about it. It's very normal, and it is just a shift. It's a transition where we take the headset off. The avatar doesn't appear to be there anymore. But there must be something that, if that presence, that witness, the consciousness that you and me are, is always there, then something stays. But the appearance or the avatar no longer ceases to be. It'd be like, imagine you're playing, you meet up in virtual reality, you meet up in the metaverse, and you decide with some friends to play beach volleyball. You're playing beach volleyball, having a great time, and then one friend says, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom, I'll be back." And he takes off his headset and he goes to the bathroom. Well, in the game, at the beach volleyball, it's going to look like his character is idle, is like not moving, is just standing still or laying down. But in the bigger reality of more of who he is, he's still there. He's off going to the bathroom, but it appears like his character, his avatar, isn't there anymore, because he's disidentified with the headset. And so this is the very simple sharing, a very simple realization that you can feel and realize just now, and is that simple. It can't be realized in the future, in a future moment. It can only be realized now.